Hello and welcome back to another video, and today this is a week 2 in iRacing, and sorry for the lack of videos recently, but we have been dealing with some software issues. But this is our week 2 in iRacing. We're going to start things off here with a MX5 race in Japan. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce the name of the track, so I will avoid it here. But we're going to come up and there's going to be carnage in turn 1 as there's contact there. 2 more cars are going to go off to the right. We're going to find our way through it. And then this red car just drives off the track. I don't know if it was cold tires, but we basically qualified last, and we're going to be third by the time we get out of turn 4. As we're going to go around the outside, outbrake this guy, and that is going to put us. So we're going to take a look off board here, and we're following them, and it starts up there. The pink, purple, and blue car just gets spun and ends up taking everybody out. We're going to make a position there, and those two guys come off, and then the red car just loses it off the exit and drives off into the wall hard. And then we're going to go up the inside of this blue car, and that's going to be third place already. So we're going to see if we can actually get a good result here. So now coming up the hill, this is a couple laps later. I think this is lap 3 of the race, and we are following this white car here, and we're going to get a good run down the straight, and we're actually going to see if we can pull off a move here coming down into the braking zone. We're going to swing to the right here, going to look to brake right after that sign, and we're going to go through. We're going to get it nice and slowed down on the apex, and that is a move done. That is second place. We're going to see if we can actually chase down the leader, and we ended up losing that one out, ended up finishing third in that one. Nothing else really happened, but we're going to skip ahead here to this street stock race at Charlotte, as we're still at Charlotte, and we qualified in around 8th place, I think, and we're actually going to get a decent start here, trying to just catch the draft. This was probably, I enjoyed this track quite a lot actually for these street stocks, as it was basically like a super speedway, so everything was completely flat out, and the draft was everything. And those two guys are going to end up getting taken out, as they were both fighting for the same spot, and he ends up wrecking lap 1. We're going to go to the outside, so that's going to be up into 4th place already here early on in this street stock race. And I thought this track was probably our best chance to get our first win at, as I think it is easier for us to get a win on the oval versus the road courses. But we're skip ahead here. We're falling back into 9th, but we have caught up in this lead pack, and we actually drop back just a bit, trying to just keep our nose clean and avoid the wrecks. And it's going to pay off here, as 2 cars are going to make contact there. The 3 cars going to go up, and then a big wreck in front of us. We just barely get through it, as we did start to lift, look for a hole, and found it. And that's going to be escape number 1 out of these wrecks, and that's going to put us up into 6th place. So we'll take a look at this, see where this actually initiates. So the 3 and the 7 are going to come into this corner, and the 7's just going to wash up the racetrack into the 3, and then up there the 13's going to get turned by the yellow car, or the 12's going to get turned by the yellow car, and they all get collected. So that's going to be 6th place for us. Now still in this pack, running here, this purple car in front of us, the red 7. We're going to suck up to the back of this purple car. We're actually going to drive up high into the corner, see if we can avoid a wreck, and he's going to lose it up into the corner. That's going to be another 3 cars. We're going to go high, and that is going to be 3rd place for us, avoiding that one here on lap 14. So now 5 laps to go, and it is really just a 3-car race at this point, and we can maybe have a shot at this one. So we're going to take a look at this replay, and they're too wide, and it is going to be this 1 car who is just going to get on the bottom and end up just washing up, getting into the back of the yellow car and collecting all 3 of them, and we're just going to skate through there. So here we go. This is completely my fault, and I will take 100% credit for it. This just shows you how much of a rookie I am, as I actually thought this was the last lap of the race, as I looked down and I guess I saw my position instead of the lap before, and I saw 2 to go. And at this point I was like, oh no, what am I doing? And granted, maybe could have given me a little more space, but I should have not been there. That is completely my fault, and I ruined 3 people's races, including my own, with that stupidity of a move. I honestly thought this was the last lap, and as you can see here, we were going to try and get a run high on the banking and try to get a run off the corner and beat him to the line. We're down there. Looking back on here, he could have maybe left a little more room, but that's still, I shouldn't have been there, and that is completely my fault and not a way we really wanted to end a race. So that is not good there, as we ended up finishing a lap down. As this is another street stock finish. This is actually for the lead. We're going to not try the same move as he's going to defend the inside, and we're going to come up just short in second place. So that was a street stock finish there, and then contact after the line. Both may have been my fault, may have been his fault, but it's after the line. So here is a third street stock race. We're going to take some footage from this one and see what we can do. So we are way back in the field at this point, as you can see, probably around 15th or so, as we really could not qualify well. Yeah, we are in 15th, but we really couldn't get the qualifying down, and we tried the trick where you run the top and then you run the bottom, and still couldn't put together quite a great lap in qualifying, especially not here. We're starting way back in the field. But that's actually going to help us, as we can sort of use this to just stay out of trouble, as there's a ton of wrecks in these street stock races here at Charlotte. And you're going to see here, skipping ahead onto just lap 3 now. Going to go into turn 1, and there's already a caution, a big spinning. We're going to get off the gas just a bit and gonna find our way through it somehow without getting collected. The car behind us gets wrecked out, another car, and we're gonna actually make up a bunch of positions there, going through the wreck and just somehow finding our way through it. And another car here on the apron here is gonna come up right in front of us, and we're just gonna be able to get out of the way, as I don't know what he was doing on the apron there. So skipping ahead here, and another spin in front of us, and we narrowly avoid that one. And the goal here was, you cannot really just slam on the brakes, as you're just going to get run into from behind here in these pack sort of races if there's a wreck in front of you. And skipping ahead here on with 13 to go, we're following this car and the 17, and nearly get taken out there, as we could not see anything whatsoever and just saw it at the last minute and turned right and just barely avoided it. So we've already fought our way up into a top position here, and this is my fault as well. I was trying to push the 2 and just got it misjudged, and then he started to come up the racetrack and ends up turning off our nose, and we do actually, that was my fault as well. So running here in 5th, we're going to see if we can actually get a decent finish here. Coming to the checkered, and there's 3 wide in front of us, which is actually going to work out. And the 3 is going to get shoved in the wall, and we're just barely going to beat him to the line, and then he hooks us coming to the line. This, I know for a fact, was not my fault, as we ended up just getting taken out. This is another street stock finish here from Charlotte. This time it's not for the lead, I think it's for around 3rd, but we just get turned up into the wall. This actually wasn't, we were actually leading at this point, but it wasn't the end of the race. That was with 3 or 4 to go. So now we are going to move over into some of the dirt races, and this is at USA International Speedway again. And this is the dirt stuff, and we did not qualify very well, as we're actually way down in the field. But this actually was one of our best dirt races. We really did have race-winning pace, even though we did start way back here. Have to back out of it there. The guy behind us having awful connection issues. He's blinking all over the place. The 3 car gets a bad run off the corner. We're going to go to the inside, looking kind of cautious here. The 4 car in front of us really struggling, as he's nearly puts it in the wall, and we're actually going to go underneath 2 cars. There's 2 for 1. He came down into us. We're going to get a 0x. And that is going to be a move done here in these dirt street stocks. But the 3 car is actually going to look up far underneath us here, but he's not going to be able to pull it off. We're going to get the run off the corner. So skipping ahead a couple laps now with this 8 car in front of us. The 1's going to run in deep. The 8's going to run in. They're going to make a bit of contact. That's going to kill both their exits. And we're going to maybe look to the inside of the 8 car here. We got the inside of the 1 car. That's going to be a move made for 5th place already. And we're going to see if we can now get the 8 car. Have to back out of it to avoid running in the back of him. Get a tap from behind here, and another tap from behind going down the straight. So now, skipping ahead another lap here, the 8 car is going to run in deep. We're going to throw it underneath him. And we really could find the grip here in this race, and we really had a hooked up race car. as now going down into the corner, the car in front of us is going to take this tight line. I'm not sure that's a very quick way around. Still side by side. This time we're going to get it done as the 8 car slid up the track on the exit. So we're already up into 4th place. So now skipping ahead some more. This car in front of us is going to get loose, going to get into the wall, and we're going to go for a adventurous move, maybe. Not a great one, but I thought it was okay, and he obviously didn't, as he's going to drive us up now, trying to drive us up into the wall just a bit. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not. This definitely was, as he just drives way into the corner and is going to end up getting sideways, and then we kind of get stuck together here, and I'm going to end up getting spun there and then taking a big hit from there, which is going to ruin the car, and it really messed up the steering as it was all offset. And now we are looking here, and we're actually going to get our message that our car needs to be repaired, but we're going to ignore it and see what happens, as we're really fighting with the steering wheel here. And at this point here, I have a G29, and I had the thing just offset sideways, so I actually changed where I was grabbing the wheel, so straight was not straight, and we actually figured it out, and we're starting to get some decent pace out of the car. And now finally we're going to actually go up into 3rd here, and we're going to have a long race ahead of us, as we're wrestling with this wheel, just trying to get it to drive straight. If you could look off board, and nearly getting way sideways down the straight. As you can see, we're still trying to figure it out at this point. By the end of the race, we had it pretty much so it would drive normally. Here, we're actually going to go up into 2nd place, as the car in front of us does put himself into the wall there. And now, skipping ahead towards the end of the race, we are having a pretty decent fight, just trying to hang on to this 3rd spot. And this guy's going to get enough of it, and he's just going to turn us on the last lap coming to the flag. And we keep it running, and that's going to be okay. And we still found our way across the line in 4th, even though it really doesn't matter, as we're just in this rookie street stock series. And we're going to take a look at this. So this is the incident that caused all of our issues, and we're going to go in here, and this was probably not a very clean move, as we didn't get the thing really rotated. But right here, we're going to stay off of him, and he's, I guess, just 2 people. This is a racing incident there. And now here, coming into here, he's upset, gets into our back, we're fine. Then we kind of get stuck together, and then this 8 car is going to get into the mix. As he gets the drive off the corner, we're going to get spun, and this 8 car is going to pile in, and that's really going to mess up our suspension and tow. As you can see, the car is completely messed up. So we're going to take a look at our week stats after week 2. And this week was cut very short, as I did have some computer issues and actually don't have my computer set up right now to run anymore, so week 3 may be delayed a little bit. But as you can see, we have 16 oval starts now, 8 top 5s, average start of 12th, average finish at 8th. On the road courses, we did a couple more starts, got up to 4 top 5s, 1 pole. That was from last week at Summit. And then dirt ovals, we have 5 starts and 4 top 5s, so we're actually running pretty well in the dirt oval stuff. So that is going to wrap this video up. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content, and comment below what you would like to see on the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.